2020 you opened up with three. No, you didn't open up with three albums. You opened up with This Does Not Exist.
Mm.
And then you dropped Yin. Later in the year, you're dropping Swamp. What made you decide to drop three projects in a year? Because that's a lot of work on top of some singles.
So, This Does Not Exist dropped kind of as like a result of the previous year's work. You know, I had been anticipating dropping that because of the previous year. So, like, that kind of just coincidentally became the first album of that year, you know. So that drops, and I'm living life, and it's doing pretty well. You know, it's my first album I dropped that I felt like kind of transcended a layer a little bit of something in people's minds.
Yeah.
And I was like feeling like kind of weird. That's like a very limbo stage where I was like, where do I go next? You know, how far is this shit gonna go? Like, I'm obviously like succeeding, but like, what the fuck is this even? Like, it's like a dream that I started to. That's when like the life starts to feel like a dream, and it starts to be kind of weird, and you start being kind of weird. Like, that's how it gets when you start getting up a little bit. And so that's what inspired Yin, and that's I think why Yin is like the least. I think the project I like the least from that year, even though
Really?
there's a lot of redeeming qualities to it that people will point out. But personally, I think that album like was a representation of like how boxed in I felt at that time. You know, I felt really kind of like stuck. And then I think Swamp was me like allowing that overflow all year to just like kind of like come out. And now what I'm working on right now and what I'm gonna drop next, I feel like it's kind of gonna be me breaking free from the formulas of the past for myself that I've set up and stuff.